Hey everyone, Pastor Dave here. And if you missed our annual business meeting, we had a pretty important update, and I wanted to take a moment just to record a video to give you this update as in person as I can. So, we have gone through three phases at Waukee Community Church of this facility. Our first phase was in 2016 when we bought our building and we moved into the far east side of the building, just one bay. In 2020, phase two happened when Farrell's moved out and we took over the middle two bays. And then just last fall, we took over phase three and we took over the last part, and now we have this whole building. And people have asked us, what's phase four? And I think part of the problem is that as a church grows, the ethos of a church changes. If you talk to church growth experts, they'll say, hey, as your church grows, you have to change who you are. You can't be the same church at when you were 50 people as you are at 200 or as at 400 people. And our elders have been thinking about this and praying about this. And as we looked at phase four, just simply adding on to our building would increase the size, but then necessarily change the ethos of our church. And we love our church. When people come and visit, they routinely will say to me, oh, the people of this church were so kind. They sought us out. They welcomed us. We are known in this church. And we often say that this church is a place where you can know and be known. And so we don't want to really change who we are as a church. And yet, healthy things grow. If you'd look at an attendance chart from the past 4 years, you'd see that our attendance has probably doubled. We were about 100 people in 2020 in the fall there, and now we've been averaging just over 200 on a Sunday. And so really the question is, at some point, our church is going to change no matter what we do, because healthy things grow. So how do we maintain this relationship-driven ethos of a church, this culture of who we are, to accommodate growth and without changing? And really, as our elders have thought and prayed and thought through this for a while now, we've come to the conclusion that to maintain who we are, we need to plant another church in Waukee. This building will be our home for a while, but planting another campus and church right here in Waukee helps us continue to maintain the ethos of who we are and accommodate the growth that God is bringing our way as we make disciples. Now, I understand that this raises all kinds of fears. We're splitting up our family and change is difficult. The reality is change is coming. Even if we don't do anything, change is the one constant. And so our desire then is to put this campus right here in Waukee, and it will start as a campus where we can pool our resources and work together and really be one church in two locations. But our desire is not to just build an empire of campuses. Our desire is to be a sending church, that eventually this church will be its own church and have its own independent church here in Waukee. And so this will allow us to maintain this kind of culture and our mission, vision, values that we hold so dearly. Now, I know it brings up fears because everyone's thinking, am I going to lose my friends, or will I never see people again? And I think that's valid. Sometimes people are like, hey, change, cool, let's go. And other people are like, change, I don't like it, hold on. Both are valid things. We understand both. And so our elders have really thought through this and are really praying that this idea of having another campus will help us to maintain our mission, vision, and values. Now, having said all that, what are we doing with staffing? Well, Pastor Tank's residency, as many of you know, ends this coming April of 25, and we're excited to send Pastor Tank on to his next ministry position. This residency has been all about preparing and supporting the local church, and Pastor Tank is excited for this next phase of his ministry. And so we're going to reallocate the funds for that in two ways. One, our staffing needs are going to be met through Jeff Johannesson, who we intend to bring on as an associate pastor. He's currently one of our elders. He's retired and he's going to volunteer in that role. So he'll be a part-time volunteer pastor, assuming some of these duties that Pastor Tank has had right now. And then it's our desire sometime in the next year to hire a church planting pastor for this campus so that 2 years from now, Lord willing, we might launch this second campus. And so we're praying about this, but one thing I need you to understand is that our elders have not worked out all the kinks in this. We are coming to you because we're asking for your prayer. We care about what you think. We care about your questions. We care about your ideas. And so we don't have all the kinks worked out. We don't know. But Lord willing, in 2 years from today, we'll see a second campus launched. And we're excited to make disciples in a relationship-driven way and continue to do that. So would you pray with us? Would you pray for this campus, for this idea, for our disciple-making efforts here, that Jesus Christ would be glorified in all we do? Thank you.